9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Hey guys, welcome back to All That Effing Figures. I was giving Colin the chance. Am I doing it? Are you doing it? We didn't talk about it, but welcome. What is this? The second show of the new year, 2023. Things are looking up in the stores. We're going to talk about that. We got a special guest, Yukon Phil, coming in eventually here. And Colin, how was your week? How was your first week of the new year, brother?
It was all right. Didn't really do much. I've been staying out of the stores. Mm-hmm. I did go toy hunting yesterday. They had a lot of stuff, but they just didn't have the things that I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. But it's been good.
Yeah,
doing a lot with my son. Me and my son have been working on the collection room.
Cool.
So
yeah, same here, man. It's like I went hunting yesterday. Saw a lot of cool new stuff, so it was really nice to see that. Yeah, it's been a quiet first week. I had that, my dad had that procedure, but everything went well with that. So people who reached out, thank you for reaching out and having him in your thoughts. But everything went smooth. You got one more to go, and we'll see what happens at the end of the month. But I'm hoping for the best. So Lady Night Viper's here. Good morning.
Good morning.
He's here. You're here and there. So
yeah. I can be in all places at once, sir.
Uh-huh.
Superhero power.
Multitask. All right, so I guess our weeks were good. Let's bring in Yukon Phil and see how his week was. Come on down.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Welcome.
Good, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Man. This has been in the works for a while, so glad to be here, boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had to push it out because we had other things going on than Christmas, and so we don't have anything available to the beginning of February. So.
Oh, nice, nice. Hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
that's a good problem to have, boys. Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. How was your first week of the new year, brother?
Back to work, so you kind of know.
Yeah, me too.
That was hard. I had like 11 straight days off. So
me too.
Tough, man.
Yeah, I had 11.
But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Got things caught up in work, and we're back to making videos, and I'm pushing myself to the limit right now, making videos. So that's where we're at. And things are looking up, man. So we're doing good.
Good. Yeah, I heard you're going to try to put like something out every day. Or...
Well, so what we're doing, just to let you guys know, if you haven't seen my 1,000 bajillion posts, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, doing either a toy review, a toy hunt, or a toy talk, that sort of thing. And then Monday through Friday, doing 60-second reviews, which has gone really well to this point. And that's like 3 reviews a day. So, I'm pushing like Greg Cook type content right now, which is a total bitch. But yeah, it's going pretty good. We went over 600 subs, I think, Friday. So that next 100 went pretty quick. So I'm happy about that. So let's try to keep it going. Yeah.
Congrats. Yeah, you're doing a good job, man.
Thanks, man.
Fun times. I feel like they start like going faster once you get more,
Yeah, I mean,
because I noticed that too. Like once I hit 400, and then I was to 500 in like no time.
Right. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Once you get like over that 300 barrier, then it starts going a lot faster. But getting to that 300 is a total nightmare.
I don't know if people look at it and they're like, "Oh, this guy's legit," So
yeah, it's like he's not a goof. He's a goof ass, but we kind of like him a little bit, So that's kind of the thing. Once people, well, the thing helps too is being on shows like with you guys, my show, having that exposure to people who might not know you or might not see you. That helps a lot too, which is good. I know I go on General Kenobi's stream all the time, and he's pumped me up and I pump him up, and same with you guys and that sort of thing. So as long as we're working together, which I know all you guys, Carlos included, all you guys are about, that's really the big thing. Because I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers dropping off, which I get. I understand why Seth dropped off. I understand why Foxy for Real dropped off. It's a tough gig at sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of stagnant at 146, but I'm okay with that. It'll happen. I'm really going to miss Seth's videos. Like I told him, I'm like, man, you had between him and Greg Cook for a while, they were consuming my whole lunch while I'm sitting at my desk at work and I'm eating. I'm watching those two's videos, and I'm going to miss his. But I have a feeling if I don't know how long he'll stay out of this. If that's what he wants to do, then I'm behind him. But I have a feeling he may be back someday. I'm hoping anyway. On my selfish side.
Yeah, I mean, usually these big guys, they go off for a little while, then they're like, it's like a drug to them. They got to do it. They see some shit that they want to talk about, they'll jump back on.
Yeah, I just enjoyed his so much because he was so he had the camaraderie with the other guys he goes out with, and and he's the same wherever he goes, it seems. So,
right,
yeah.
Genuine people.
I wish him the best, and I hope he makes a good decision for him and his family, though, for sure.
Well, it becomes like a part of your everyday, It's almost like the norm, pulling your phone out and recording, and But if you're not having fun doing it anymore, I mean, there's no sense in doing it.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Going to the Targets and Walmarts that are so close to me, it's not fun already because for a while there was nothing, and then we generally get nothing in this area for the most part. It's getting better, but I don't know. I like doing the collectible stores, and I'm going to try to mix a lot of those in instead of all Walmarts and Targets.
Yeah, Walmarts and Targets, it gets really stagnant. I think I've done my last 3 videos have been the same Walmart and the same Target. I just don't have time to branch out. But the collectible stores, I'm with you, man. Problem in my area too, I don't have a lot of those. I think I've got like 4 decent ones that have already hit. So it's like, okay, we'll just keep going. That's why I kind of want to branch out into toy reviews. And Colin, I caught your review yesterday. Great job, man. That was great.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I enjoyed that too.
You kind of got to branch out a little bit if you're going to do this gig, because not everybody wants to see the same damn Walmart every week, the same Target every week.
I don't even make Walmarts like a priority anymore.
I'm with
I'll stop there, like if maybe.
Well, I was like
such
that.
A mess too. They're a huge mess, and it's impossible to go through anything, and the employees suck. And
it depends. It's like Target has that one thing you're looking for, so you'll do all Targets and no Walmarts, and then like the shipper with the Spider-Man, you'll go to all Walmarts and no Targets for a while. They each have their own thing you're looking for, but to go to both of them all the time, it's like, man, it's.
And then
the ones around me, I mean, if I drive 15 minutes, I can get to 2 of them. But I mean, there's a bunch of them around that I can go like half hour, 45 minutes to, but they're not much different.
Right.
Well, I do have a lot of collectible stores within a 2-hour radius, a 2-hour drive of me. So I don't mind doing that. So we'll see what happens. We'll try to do that more.
And then, Walmart too, with their online stuff, you buy a collectible action figure and they send it in a plastic bag. Like, are you doing this on purpose? Like, I don't understand. And they I don't really care about the Walmarts, because if, let's say they do have something, well, my Targets already have it. So unless it is an exclusive, but I don't really collect DC Multiverse, so I don't care. The only thing that was getting me into Walmart's, last month was that Spider-Man, which was another just a complete shit show. But I don't know. I don't really care about Walmart anymore. I hate how they handle their collectibles.
Well, they don't care. I mean, if you go in the next section, you can tell they don't care. My Walmart, it's destroyed every day. I'll go in there at 7 a.m. and it's just completely destroyed. So it's like they really don't give a shit, and they don't get new product in. It's like you said, Colin, they get new product in like a month or 2 months after Target. And it's like, well, I've seen that shit. I don't even need to record this because you guys have seen this 3 times already.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and to be honest, last week I videoed yesterday when I went to get the what I showed you behind the scene, and a few other things. I went to Target and all that, and I actually got good content. But last week I went and I started, and I'm like, I just stopped it. I'm like, screw this. I'm not gonna waste my time with this empty shelves and same bullshit. And I don't understand why Lando, he must have like he must have a contract where his shit cannot go on clearance. Because I don't know what's going on, but his never goes on clearance.
I'll give you guys a spoiler for my video tomorrow. I joined the Lando party. I went to Ollie's and they had like 30 of them. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to do my part, get one more off the shelves. Because I actually heard It's $10.
$10.
Yeah. I was like, all right, for $10, let's just
For
do
$10,
my
I get
part.
them. Yeah.
He's actually a decent figure. I heard he's
start like a movement. Everybody take home Lando.
A lot of YouTubers tried to do that last year, and everybody was like, "No, fuck you."
Give Lando a home.
No, we should just unshelf the Lando, and everybody just buy one and do your part.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing that Walmart does, like for instance, that Batman animated 4-pack I just bought, the $100 one. They've been putting spider wrap on them at Walmart. Well, you know what spider wrap does? It just destroys the box. Like, okay, if you got an expensive collectible, either put it behind the counter or put it in the fucking video game case. Don't destroy it with spider wrap. Like,
the one by me, it's behind glass. You gotta get an associate to get it for you because it's behind glass.
That's what they should do. I mean, if it's that, if you think people are gonna steal it, put it behind glass. I mean, just don't get it. Yeah, like you said, they don't care. They just
they don't care. Well, it's like that new Boba Fett's coming out, the one with all the battle damage from the Mandalorian. That's going to be a total shit show too, because you're never going to find it in stores, and so now you're going to have to rely, like you said, the bubble wrap thing. I just got a Purge Trooper the other day I was telling you guys about, and it was bubble wrapped. It actually looked pretty good, but most of them, they're beat to hell. I mean, you better be an opener if you're getting from Walmart because you're not getting mint. I know most of us are openers, but yeah, I wouldn't mess with that because it's just, and it's been an ongoing thing, all the time. It doesn't get any better and that sort of thing. So,
even if I'm planning on opening it, I still want to be sent to me in good condition, like I'm just so done with Walmart.
And it'll probably be $38, right?
Well,
it's like 30, I think it's $31.49.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just saw the Boba Fett on I saw the 6-inch Boba Fett on the retro card. I just saw that one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and that's extremely overpriced too, because that's a reissue from. Yeah, that's a reissue from a couple years ago.
Right.
And I don't even know if they included all the accessories with that. I think they did, but
I don't know.
$34, and it was $29 when it came out a couple years ago. So it's like pick and choose.
How many Boba Fetts do you need?
Exactly. How many do you need? Right. I don't need the same figure. They're getting people with the retro card on that is what they're doing. They're like, it's the retro card. Come on, you got it.
That's the only reason I thought about grabbing it, but I'm just like, man, not for that much. I won't do it now. I'm done with it.
Yeah, for that, I just try to stay away if I can from Black Series anymore. I might pick up one or two here and there if they're cheap, or if it's something that I really think I want. But
I'd rather buy a Hot Toys or a Sideshow than six Black Series figures.
Yeah.
I mean,
NECA, Sideshow, Hot Toy, and Super 7 are probably going to be what I'm more focusing on this year. And that's something that really knocks my socks off when I see it, but I doubt Hasbro's going to do that too much.
No.
We'll see that. I see that Mandalorian. I'll see how it looks, but I'm not really lying in wait for it or anything, but we'll see.
Another Mandalorian.
We haven't got any of those, have we? It's only been a couple of those. And the funny thing, every one of them goes on clearance, so you just get some patience and wait for it. You'll get it on clearance,
Oh yeah,
I got the white box Black Series original limited edition, the first edition one. I got that in the box. So I don't really need another one. I'm gonna get that graded eventually, as soon as I stop being lazy and send it away and trust people more. I'm gonna get that graded, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's tough times. I'm really focusing on clearances and what I need. I used to be a completionist for Black Series, and that got to be a real problem. Because there's no way you can do that now. If you're going to do that, you can only focus on one line. There's no way you can have multiple lines. I do 5 lines, so there's no way I'm going to try to be a completionist on 5 lines. So
and most of them are repaints and just
exactly
not worth the.
That's why everybody freaks out when you get a new figure. It's like, oh my God, it's a new figure. And then you look at it, look closer, you're like, this is a freaking retool. This is parts from this figure, parts from that figure, repainted, maybe a new head sculpt, and then So new figures are very few and far between anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I saw people doing like little unboxings. I forgot what DC Multiverse character it was, but the head looks exactly like the Night King from Game of Thrones. It looks like they took the head from that figure and used it for the DC Multiverse figure.
Yeah, well, they got to cut costs. They're getting hammered with all the inflation too, so they got to cut costs and they got to do all that thing. And
Yeah. I saw a cool DC yesterday. It was a bigger version, the bigger one. Necron, I think his name was.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah, he looked pretty cool. I like the way he looks. That might be a possibility down the line. He's nice looking figure.
And the prices on those are pretty good too. Like I think he's like $35. So
yeah, and you get a big figure like that instead of paying $31 for a repainted Stormtrooper.
Yep, exactly.
But I love my Stormtroopers though, so it's hard. So
yeah, well, and if you get them on clearance, I got the George Lucas one last week for $15, and the head sculpt looks like shit. But I'll just put the helmet on them and they're Stormtroopers. So there you go.
Yeah, I got that when it first.
Don't look like George Lucas at all, man.
Yeah, I got two of them. I got one unboxed and one boxed. I don't know. I just figured that might be something.
You never know. It might be worth something. Yeah. You never know.
Someday you gotta hang on to it, you know.
Yep.
When I'm 80 and I can't spend the money and shit, and who knows?
I'm trying to cut all that, like, you know, random stuff that I'd buy out. I just want it all out. I'm focusing on my Ninja Turtles, you know, and now I'm finally going after my Cowboys and Moo Mesa line, vintage line.
Yeah,
I just, you know, I don't want to. You buy this, like, I'll be at the store and something's on clearance. Well, I really don't want it, because if I wanted it, I'd have it already. So
right.
Those Jurassic Park ones, I bought all of those on clearance, but it's because I know they're gonna go on clearance, so I just wait. But other than that, like,
there's one clearance that I
don't get excited about the clearances, because, you know, like, let's say a new NECA turtle comes out. Granted, they don't go on clearance, but I'm not gonna wait till they go on clearance anyways. So.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people buy the clearance stuff because it's on clearance, and I'm just
the one clearance that I do like is the little micro spaceships from Star Wars. They're $3 and something now.
Yeah,
they're down to $3.49. So
I wanted to collect those actually, because I really liked those, but I'm like, am I ever going to display them? And I was like, nah. So I was just like, you know what, leave it.
I got one at Walgreens for $11, and I thought that was a good deal. Now I'm seeing that was a little bit bigger one. But now I'm seeing the small ones for $3.49 at Target. So I don't know.
Those are really cool. They remind me of, like, you know, like Mighty Max and stuff from back in the day.
They're like the old Micro Machine ones.
Micro Machine. I was just thinking, yeah.
I just saw some Micro Machines. I forgot what they were for though. They were for something. They were a license. I don't know. I really wish they'd bring back, like, the Mighty Max sets. And they had, like, the Ninja Turtle ones, you know, where you open it up and it's like a little play set with the little guy.
The little turtle that opened up and you get all the...
they need to bring those back, I swear. Because they had them for all different, like, not only did they have Mighty Max, but they had, like, turtle ones. They had, you know,
I think they even had some Star Wars ones.
I think they did. You're right. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all the cool stuff, you know, you got to go back in the day to get that stuff, and then it's through the roof. I don't know if you guys did you guys watch Century's newest video when he went in that
not yet, no.
Okay, so he's in New York, so he goes into this new collectible store, and he's going through it, and it's got all this vintage stuff, you know, it's like bootleg wrestlers and that sort of thing. Then he goes in the basement. In the basement, I mean, it's just flooded. It's like 10,000 square feet of shit, and it's just treasures beyond treasures in there, and it's like, damn, I don't have anything like that in my place where you can go and you can, you know, the owner lets you go in the basement and that shit. Like, the owners with my collectible stores are cool, but you have to go to the basement, they'll throw your ass out. So
I did see that video. Yeah, I didn't know that was his latest one. There's
he did the haul later on.
Yeah.
One of his.
There's one store by me. There's one store by me called Their Action Figures. I did a video on them. I think it was my second video and my most popular one for some reason, but they do let you go into the back sometimes too and check. But I didn't film back there, but they do let you once in a while if you say, hey, can I check that out? He has a lot of shit back there. So
it's
the basement thing, that was cool.
It was cool. It was very cool. And he found retro Terminator 2 figures that he's been after, and he found more of those bootleg wrestlers. I mean, he was finding Dungeons and Dragons play sets and, you know, Castle Grayskulls and just all kinds of shit. And it was just amazing. And
those bootleg wrestlers, I remember, I don't know if it was the exact same ones as he found, but I remember they were selling those at, like, drugstores, you know, like around here we had Walgreens used to be Happy Harry's. I don't know if that was everywhere or just around here. It was a drugstore, and they would have those bootleg wrestlers in there. All these different, like, little stores would have those. And I think I picked a few of them up, but they just didn't fit with the rest of the, the LJNs that I was playing with at the time. Because I like the Hasbros too, the little small one. I still pick them up from time to time if I get a good deal on one that I don't have. But yeah, the wrestling I'm falling out of. I do like that 3-pack.
Yeah, I
that we were talking about that we saw yesterday. I don't know though. I don't know.
I really like the Taker out of that one. I
like the 1, 2, 3 kid.
The 1, 2, 3 kid was cool too.
Yeah,
I don't think they've even done an elite for that one, have they?
I don't think so. No,
I think that's the first one. So
yeah, and he had the $10,000 like little bag that he won when he beat him that night. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, very cool. Did you find the Shawn Michaels? I saw the Shawn Michaels too.
I saw that one too. Yeah, and the AJ Styles.
Really yep, the Styles, and then they had Ultimate Warrior.
Yep, he was there
too. Yeah,
I actually had him in my hand, was going to buy him, and then I'm like, I think he'll be around for a while.
Those things go on clearance. It really doesn't. I don't think the Shawn Michaels will hang around, but the Warrior and definitely the Styles. The Styles will hang around. But,
the Styles will be. Yeah, I think is the Styles. Is he or the Shamrock the Chase? I forget. I think Shamrock has different colored trunks.
I may be Shamrock. Wrong. I think you're right. I think it's Shamrock.
Yeah, I don't.
Did you guys hear about? Did you hear about Vince?
Yeah,
well, Vince is screwing with. He's screwing with everybody. That guy, he's like the most egomaniac piece of crap that ever. I mean, I don't really know the whole story. Maybe you guys are probably more educated in this, especially you, Joe. What the hell is going on with him? Is he just not want to give up power, or what? What's the deal with him? Is he? Well,
from what I understand so far, he's come back to the board of directors, and he's not supposed to be. They already had like a 2:30 meeting yesterday, telling everybody on the roster, or Friday, whatever it was. Don't panic. Nothing's changing.
Yeah, right.
I don't believe it, man. Like, if he's there, he's going to ruin everything. Like, he needs to go the fuck away and stay away. I cannot stand him anymore. I know he's done a lot for the business, but Jesus
that was
Christ,
20 years ago. See, that's the thing that when people say that shit, it's like that was 20 years ago. Yeah, okay. He had a golden age during the Attitude Era. Well, good for you, dude. What have you done since?
Yeah, nothing.
John Cena. Oh, John Cena. Thanks for that.
I'm not a big John Cena guy either, so
I'm happy I got out when I did.
Yeah, I mean, they suck you back in. Like, I've been watching SmackDown the other night. SmackDown was good. I like what they're doing with the bloodline and stuff, but they always suck you back in, and then you hear shit like that, and you're like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to support this, And,
I mean, Triple H has done a fair job, a good job bringing people back, a fair job with the storylines, but
it's probably because he can only do so much. There's probably guarantee you
I don't think Vince ever left. I think he was still.
He's had probably Vince right behind him the entire time.
Yeah, I was so pissed when I heard that, and Tuesday on Talking Nerdy, we got a big show for wrestling coming up. So
nice.
I got a lot of rants going on. We're pissed. Both of me and Scott are pissed, but between that and the Sasha Banks thing in Japan, we got a lot to talk about that day. So it's a heavy week for news and wrestling.
Yeah,
but McMahon. I think McMahon also did this the same time Sasha Banks went to Japan to try to overshadow that news, because he's like that. He'll do shit like that.
He's
a maniac, man.
He doesn't like that negative publicity. He, even though he's the master of it, he doesn't like it. And it's like, we'll just throw shade to everything, and then it's not about me anymore. It's about someone else. So
and if they brought all these guys back, like Bray Wyatt and Cody's coming back after the injury. If he fucks all that up, I don't know, man. I don't know. I told Scott, I said, I may be done once and for all if he comes back and does this shit again. I may be just – because I left it for 5 years, 2009 to 14, and I'll leave it again and I won't go back, because it's just I don't want to go through that whole 50-50 booking again, and, you lose 1 week, you win, then you lose, and same wrestling matches every week, and I couldn't move over to AEW because it just doesn't entertain anything. It doesn't do anything for me.
They got one guy on there that I think's entertaining. I think MJF's entertaining, but other than that,
he won't be there long. He's going to go over to the.
Moxley's not entertaining anymore. He's just a steroid up, Dean. Whatever his name was, and Jericho's old. Jericho needs to give it up, and it's like, you're right, it's not entertaining.
It's not. There's no storyline. There's nothing for me. It's like they come on, welcome to Dynamite. Let's go up to the ring for our first match. Boom, and then it's a match, and then it's back to the fucking interview backstage, and then somebody gets attacked during the interview, every single time. And they can't believe it. Well, I do because I see it every week. So I don't know why you don't believe it, Tony Schiavone. You know, like you see this shit every week. Anyway, I'm going on a rant. It's more about you today.
Sorry. You guys think AEW will even be around very much longer?
Well, if Vince comes back, they'll get all their guys back and then they'll take over. So, yeah, probably. But if Vince doesn't come back, you know, it's like they're jumping shit back and forth so much based. It's funny how much influence Vince has because if he comes back, all those guys are going to be like, screw you, I'm out of here. I'm going back to AEW. And Tony Khan will take it because he's like, well, I lost all my talent. I need something here. So, yes, he'll take it. So it's really, I think Vince is the key factor, man. I really do. I think whatever he does, that'll either make AEW better or it'll kill it.
I think you're right because look at William Regal. I mean, McMahon let him go. He went to AEW. Triple H took over. William Regal's like, hey, Tony Khan, can I leave? I want to go back with my guy and my son because he works in NXT. Sure, you know, whatever. Contract's over. He goes back. Now he gets back. He's going to start soon. And boom, fucking Vince is back.
Right.
How do you think he feel? That's terrible. So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just bad. When I heard that news, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like,
see what Carlos is saying right there. That's what I heard too. He said Vince said he wouldn't sign off on any TV deals or selling the company if he doesn't have creative control. And then Vince got on there and said, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm going to let Triple H have creative control. And it's like, no, you're not. You can't do that. You don't know how to do that.
There's a bunch of companies wanting to buy them. I mean, Disney, Netflix.
God, don't let Disney buy them.
Oh, I know.
Don't let Disney buy them.
Oh, if Disney buys them, we're gonna have like fairies falling from the ceiling and shit, and you're gonna have like fucking Mickey Mouse under the ring attacking the chairs.
You better have having Vince in control.
Hey, Mickey Mouse being under the ring would be an upside to.
Probably, it's probably better than the Christmas special they do, or the Miracle on 34th Street Brawl, or whatever the fuck they called that a few weeks ago. That's Vince right there, all the way. Him and Pritchard. Yeah, I don't know. Now my whole day is ruined. See,
sorry, man. I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry.
No, you shouldn't have. Get him out of here.
Kick me out. Get me out of here.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. If he goes by his word for once and doesn't get involved, I'll be all right. But if he gets involved and screws all the shit up that Triple H is undone, I may be done.
Unnecessary drama, man. It's like, you know, you got the best wrestling company in the world. You've had the best wrestling company in the world for 30 friggin' years. Why do you got to screw with it? Why can't you just leave it the hell alone? You know, let somebody else get in. I mean, it's obvious you're senile as hell. It's obviously you can't, you know, I mean.
How old is Vince now? He's got to be
like
old.
76, 77.
He looks a lot older too, man. He's as much as he works out and does all that, he doesn't. My 81-year-old dad looks better than he does, to be honest with you, with no makeup on. I mean, Vince has got makeup on.
Vince got makeup on. Right.
So imagine. But Amazon was even another player in buying it. That would be terrible too, because I don't even like paying for, and I won't pay for Thursday Night Football. Like I refuse. If you go totally paying for football, I'll be out of that too. I was almost out of it a couple of years ago. I'm not afraid to do it permanently. So. Don't fuck with me. I was not watching all that shit, man. I don't care.
I mean, you can live without it. You know, you can get on ESPN, see what the hell's going on, watch some highlights, and then you're good.
I got plenty of hobbies I can do, man. I don't need that shit. But
it's not like it does anything for you, anyways. I mean,
what does it do for you? You know, the Cowboys won. Yeah.
I used to get so upset when the Eagles lost, but I'm like, I don't really give a shit, man.
You see some of those Instagram videos of people like trashing their TV and trashing their house because the Cowboys lost. It's like, what? You need a life, man.
Right. I didn't lose any money over it. I'm not making any money on it. I'm not losing any money on it, and I really don't give a shit. And the only way to get back to these places,
that hope of a viral video is just insane.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
Like, that's the thing. It's sad now. It's like pathetic, honestly.
It really is.
And the way to really, like, if everybody, and it's really hard to get everybody into this, but if people stop buying the merch from WWE, that's going to hurt them. They're done. I won't buy a shirt. Like I don't, there's once in a while when I go to an event, me and Scott went to Extreme Rules. We bought a shirt, but I don't go online and buy shirts from them because I'm very particular on how my shirt is, like, you know, size wise. So I don't really buy shit from them. And if everybody's stuck by that, that's going to hurt them the most. And if people are really pissed, like they say, that's how you get them. Not by stop watching, you know, because that's not going to do much for them. But just don't buy the merch, man. That's where they're making all their money at. So
you remember a couple years ago,
you don't like it, don't buy shit. Fuck them.
You remember a couple years ago, the arenas were like half full. I went when I was living back in Colorado. I went to a Tuesday night live show. I mean, they had the entire. It was like a 5,000 seat arena. 2,500 seats were blocked off. I mean, there wasn't anybody there.
I remember that too. And
it was
live shows. Live shows are usually more fun.
Yeah, it was shit. It was terrible. AJ Styles was the best thing. He did the best stuff, but everybody else was horrible. You could tell they weren't into it. The crowd wasn't into it. I mean, it's Colorado Springs, so it's not a huge town anyway, and they don't.
Like I usually go to Philly and watch them, and when they used to have house shows there, they don't really do that much anymore. It was actually more fun because they would do things that they know wouldn't be on TV, so only word of mouth would spread this, and they would never have it on video to show you. So they would do other things like, I don't know, just things you would not see on TV. The interaction with the fans and all that stuff that you won't see on Raw or SmackDown. So I think they're kind of fun. And then when COVID hit, you really couldn't tell the difference because there was nobody in the stands before.
Right, there's nobody in the stands.
Everybody out. So
exactly.
Yeah, so it was kind of a bad time, but
yeah, it's rough, man.
Yeah.
I've never been to a live wrestling event.
They're fun. Yeah. They're fun. Yeah. I mean, I went to Raw a few years ago when Seth was feuding with the Fiend, and they did a cage title match, a dark match for that. And that was cool. But it's like you got, in my opinion, you got to go to Raw or SmackDown. The house shows, I mean, they're okay, like you said, Joe. But to get the full experience, you definitely want to hit Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, I remember years ago I went to WrestleMania in Philly, and then I used to go to a bunch of Raws and SmackDowns when they came. But one Raw in particular, before the show started on a dark match, Kurt Angle came out talking shit on the mic, and he has not even been on TV yet at this time. And everybody's like, "Who's this guy?" Like nobody knew who he was at all because at that time the internet wasn't really big or around at all. Maybe I don't even know. If it was really small then. So we didn't really know, like, who's this guy with this gold medal and talking all this trash? We never seen him before. And look at him now. I mean, he was one of the biggest ever and one of my favorite and most entertaining ever, too. He really was.
Definitely. Yeah, he was. I mean, it's just surprising that a guy who competed in the Olympics can be that good on the mic and have that much personality and charisma. You would think you'd just be completely, stone-faced, like, okay, can I wrestle now? I don't want to talk.
And a lot of them would be, but he had something special. And I guess the right coaches around him and WWE and all that couldn't hurt. That helped. So, he entertained me, man. I really liked Kurt Angle. I always did. And that's true. It's
you can tell he's been hitting the head. You can tell he's been hitting the head way too many times now, though. He's definitely off now. And it's like he's
a shame,
like his face is kind of sagging down and stuff. He don't look so good.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah, people don't really understand like what fighters and boxers and stuff, what they really do. Yeah, they don't see them, held up in a fucking hospital bed for a month after their fight. And
right.
Yeah, and wrestling is predetermined, but that doesn't mean that they don't get hurt. I mean, they get
still
hurt
take
all
a
the time.
beating.
Oh yeah,
you're still throwing your body around, and I don't care who you are, and you're jumping off those top ropes onto that, that ring.
I mean, just last week,
doesn't feel good.
Yeah, just last week, a week before, I saw Ricochet swing a chair out at Gunther.
He got him. He got him.
I knew he got him because I saw them. They started going over to him and they put a towel over his head and all that.
He opened him up pretty good, man.
Yeah,
he really got him good.
Yeah.
Well, it's like with Seth. I don't even know if Seth's really hurt or not. There's stories back and forth if Rollins is actually hurt, but. It's like normally, my wife. It's like you can't usually springboard off the top rope if your knee's jacked up, so it's probably a work. But
I don't know. Normally, when they
good
when they do the X, that usually
when they do the X,
energy. I mean, injury, not energy. But that's what they did at that house show. So hopefully, he won't be out long because I think he had like a program. I think they were going to put him against Cody again, which
I kind of wish they wouldn't do that. I think.
I'm okay with them having him against him again, but not now. It could be one of those feuds that go for years, like Dusty Flair, with Magnum TA and Flair and all them guys from back in the day. But you don't have to do it like in a row. Just let it go, maybe to SummerSlam next year and then say, something happens where they're like walking to the ring, running into each other. Neither of them wants to move. It's very simple. Just like the Iron Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter years ago. I mean, It's not hard to start a feud. or continue a feud. It's pretty simple, but they just don't use that simplicity anymore.
I mean, it really seems like they're priming Cody to take over for Reigns, is what I
Oh,
think.
he is.
I mean, with these, and I really wish they wouldn't. I really wish they'd give Sami Zayn a chance, because Sami Zayn, that guy's like superstar of the year for me. I think he's done a great job, man. I mean, his wrestling's okay, but his promos are dynamite, man. They're fantastic, and his charisma's great, and the people obviously love him. So it's like, I want to see Sammy versus Reigns at Mania. I don't want to see Rock versus Reigns. I want to see Sammy, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That's not blockbuster. That's not.
No, it's not. No, I think what they're doing is they're gonna eventually, obviously, turn on Sammy. I think Sammy and Kevin Owens are going to win the tag team belts from
I'm with you.
The Usos, and then they have to split the belts back up. If you're going to keep the shows separate, you got to split the belts back up, and maybe The Rock comes in on night one, faces Roman Reigns. Somehow they split the belts up. I don't want Rock to win by any means, but then the next night, I think Cody needs to win the WWE title, not the Universal, and then bring back that gold wing belt. And, then he fulfilled his promise to Dusty Rhodes, and all is good in the world. He has the winged belt, the nicest belt, in my opinion, that they ever had. And I think the rest is history. I mean, I love Cody Rhodes. I think what he's done and having the courage to do, honestly, like leaving AEW, what you started, because you didn't agree with what they were doing and you didn't want to just be part of that anymore, and going back and taking that chance with McMahon there at the time, and them letting him keep the theme music and the gimmick. You don't see that very often. And I think they got special things, whether Vince comes back or not. I think they have plans for him to be the top guy. Because Roman Reigns, let's face it, he's going to be part-time. He already is part-time.
Yeah.
So,
I heard a story that they were going to strip him of the WWE Championship just due to the fact that the Bloodline keeps overtaking Raw.
I heard
it's going to keep going, and then eventually they'll strip him. I don't know if that's true, but
yeah,
I mean, that's a good way to do it. That was kind of a stupid move, and I know what they were trying to do, but it was kind of a stupid move putting both belts on him, because you took all the importance of Raw right out the window by doing that. Didn't really.
Unless you're going to have him go on both shows religiously.
Yeah, exactly. But being a part-timer, he's not going to do that, So.
Yeah, and that's the way, like, I would do it if I was them. Like, I know they have a lot of talent, and it's hard to have just a few belts, but I don't think you need more than one tag team belt for the women. You got NXT and you got the WWE tag team women's belts. I think they should just float back and forth. And the same with, the Intercontinentals like that. Well, should be like that, float back and forth. Any champion should just float back and forth.
Right.
So whatever, and just defend. But I don't know what they're going to do. They kind of got themselves in a corner. They painted themselves in a nice corner here. I'm the way you said, I heard the same thing, and that would be the most logical. Like, if you're going to keep interrupting our show, we're going to strip you of the belt. But now they're kind of like running out of time, because now you got the Rumble, and then you got WrestleMania. So you got maybe 90 days to get all this worked out, maybe 120 days to get this all worked out. We'll see what happens. But
again, that's all Vince's ideas. So you got to, that Triple H's got a hard job going through there, maintaining, but then also trying to fix the mess that was given to you, So that's tough, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me see. I didn't get to say welcome to Dave's Dimension or Mega Demon. Or T3. So welcome. T3 says there's a no blood policy. Sucks. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I mean, I don't like blood in every match, but like AEW, it seems like every match they have, there's blood. Yeah. I think on a rare occasion, it would be pretty cool to see in WWE, especially like a Hell in a Cell match or something like that. But you just don't see that anymore. And I think it has a lot to do with the sanctioning that they agreed to years ago when they said that we are exhibition and not a sport, so they didn't have to pay a lot of licensing fees to go to different arenas. But I don't know. I wish they'd go back to a little bit of blood would be nice, but even Triple H doesn't want to go down that route.
Like you said, if the match calls for it, then but just doing it to do it, that's stupid.
If you're in Hell in a Cell or a cage or Extreme Rules match or something, I mean, a little bit of blood, wouldn't hurt, but I don't know. They don't do that, and it is what it is. If you want blood, I guess watch AEW. You'll get it all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dave's Dementia, man. There's a guy that's blowing up. He's dangerously close to that 1,000, isn't he?
He's getting
you watch Walking Dead?
I did. I watched it the first few seasons, and then after I think it was season 3, I gave it up.
So you didn't finish it, eh?
No, I watched like the last scene, but I was so out of the loop, I didn't really know what the hell was going on. So.
I finally finished it, and I don't know. It wasn't horrible, but like they like set up all this new storyline. Like, they showed Daryl go off, or I don't want to spoil anything, but okay, so they set up all this new stuff, and it's like, man, I want to see that now.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't keep up with it. After I love season 3. I think the governor's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. But that was it, man. Yeah, after that, I had kids, and then that was out the window.
So. Yeah, I watched most of it. I got like I told Colin, I had like I think 12 to 15 episodes to watch, but I skipped to the last one because I just didn't have enough. And I'm lying. I did have time. I had 11 days off. Let's face it. I could watch it. I just didn't want to sit around watching that. So I skipped to the last one, and I know what kind of happens. I kind of fill in the blanks with the rest. But yeah, I might go back and watch it eventually. But I just didn't want to sit there and watch all that. I was kind of bored with it.
The thing with The Walking Dead, at least for me, is every time they like hunker down, like, first it was the farm, then it was the prison.
Yeah.
It just gets like really boring for me. When they're out on the road and doing all their like, that's when it's fun and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I was almost done with it, and then that scene with Negan, when they introduced Negan, it just blew it back up.
Yeah,
I think when Rick left, I think they should have ended it right there.
Yeah,
I don't know. I finally watched the season or the series finale last night, and I finished. I finished everything 100%. Like I said, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but like, to me, it wasn't like they ended it. It was like they set up like a whole nother thing. Like, so I don't know. I'm sure there's gonna be spin-offs and.
Well, they didn't go the Sopranos route where it was done. They just they left it open in case they want to change.
Yeah, it feel like they set it up for new story, but with the same characters, And I think the deaths that there were kind of like pointless to me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I think like you said, when they first went to the farm. And then this group came along, and then the governor tortured them, and then they got the jail, and then Negan tortured them, and then they got, the 3 different groups, and then the Whisperers came along. It was like, all right, this is just like Groundhog Day over and over and over with different. I mean, and all the groups were cool and all. I mean, Negan probably I like the most because I like what he did with that character. And the Whisperers was kind of unique because you had these zombies that could actually move fast. So that was different, but it was just like, all right, so this is happening over and over and over the same.
Oh, and that was another thing. Like, we didn't really hear anything about zombies since like the first couple of seasons, and now all of a sudden there's these variants that they introduce. Like, well, what the fuck? I mean, what? It's like, I don't know. It's like they fucking forgot what they were doing at some point and just free for all.
Yeah, I think when Rick left, that was a big hit, and then when the son wanted to go back, he wanted to go to college and he wanted to do his own thing and get off the show. When he left, it was certain people left, and then you didn't see Michonne anymore. And I really liked her character. She did a great job with that character. And then Maggie, when Maggie left and she went to do another show and that show bombed, she came back, and I don't know, it just was never. It never really grabbed me anymore after all that. It just kind of fell off. That's why I probably had so many episodes that I missed out on, because I was religiously watching that and then The Talking Dead afterwards, just to see the show after, and they talk about it, have the guest on. But then I just was like, I'm just done with this whole thing. It's got to end. So I don't know what's next on the agenda, what's going to catch me next. But I am waiting for You to come out, the new season of You. Should be soon. I don't know. I haven't.
Oh, you said you started that Kaleidoscope, right?
Yeah, we started it, and I fell asleep 10 minutes later. Not that it was good. I'm just tired.
From what I got, that
was not a good promo for it, man.
It's like you were supposed to be able to watch it in any order, and it was supposed to that would it could change the outcome. The outcome of like what happens, but really it's all you're doing is you're just picking an order of the events, or like the
yeah.
I mean, if you're not changing anything.
No, you're not. Kind of a
I
lot.
heard no matter what you should watch, I think the white episode last.
Yeah, if you watched one of the middle episodes, you're already going to know all the characters that got involved. So it's like then you watch the first one. Now he's gathering these characters to do the heist. But I already know who the characters are because I watched 6 first. I'm just watching them in order. I'm not going through all that crap.
Yeah.
But I didn't fall asleep because it wasn't good. I just fell asleep because I was running around doing things all day. And I think it was the day my dad had his procedure. So it was kind of a busy day. And I was just like, I was out on the couch and I woke up, it was like 1 o'clock. I'm like, shit. I got to drag myself upstairs. I'm tired of shit, So I don't think it was the show. It was just the day, man. I was tired. So no offense, Kaleidoscope.
Honestly, guys, I spend more time watching YouTube than anything.
Me too.
That's like, watching
I go
you guys.
Phases.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not into too much with the shows. I'm looking forward to Mandalorian season 3. Honestly, that's pretty much it.
Bad Batch, I'll watch.
Haven't really got into that. How was that? Is that pretty good?
I watched the first season. I still have a couple left from the first season, so I haven't started the second. Like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I start things and don't finish them anymore because, like, I watch YouTube, and when it's summer, spring out, I don't stay in the house very much. I'm doing other things outside, so this will be the time for me to do it. But I mean, it's been 60 degrees here too now, so I've been outside doing things as well. So it's been a weird time. Went from 0 to 60 again.
I heard people were getting in trouble for sharing the leaked images from the turtles, the new turtle stuff. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I guess Geek Life Dad got like a strike. I don't know. I guess Paramount was going after people.
Wow. Yeah, I think he was one of the first ones to have it on there. That's crazy. It's like a copyright thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, how are you gonna how are you gonna like go after people though? If someone from your shit leaked it, I mean, it's already out there. You might as well fucking ride with it. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I understand they want to keep it under wraps and stuff, but that's the way of the world now. I mean.
Yeah, and if you're gonna like do that, like nobody's gonna want to be the first one on there to do it anymore because they're gonna be in trouble. So you're gonna have everybody like lying in wait trying to figure out when they can do this and when they can't.
Go after people like YouTubers and stuff for sharing these leaked images. I was like, I mean, that's kind of shitty, because if I come across a new image of something, I'm gonna share it too. Why not? Like what? I don't know. I couldn't believe when I heard that. T3, what movies are you most looking forward to this year?
I mean, I don't go to the movies too much anymore, so probably. I mean, the Transformer one looks all right.
The new Crow.
I don't know how Harrison Ford can do anything anymore.
I know, yeah. That's I was saying the same thing.
How did they convince him? The guy's like, how old is he? What? 18?
He looks like he's gonna fall apart.
He does.
I just hope no boulders chase him because he won't be able to run from it this time.
Oh no, he's getting smashed.
Catch his ass.
Yeah, he's getting smashed. But I watched that trailer the other day. I'm like, this is just pathetic, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, give it up.
But you know what? I am looking forward to that. Believe it or not, just because I want to see. I always love that series.
Yeah, that is a great series. Yeah.
And there's a new horror movie coming out, and it's it's a girl's name, and I forget what it is, to be honest with you.
Megan.
But I want to see that. Megan, yes. I kind of want to see that. I've heard good things about that. I want to see it.
I want to see that knock at the cabin with Batista and the kid from Harry Potter. I think that was wild. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. That thing.
I always love his movies. Anyway,
it looks crazy. It looks weird. Like they got. I don't know. They come there and they say one of you's got to die to save the human race. Like it looks wild, dude. I can't wait to see that.
I love those. Like, give me a choice movies like Saw. Either kill this person or whatever. I mean, yeah, those make it, man. It should be good. And Batista's actually doing really well in all the movies he's done.
Oh yeah, I love him. The last voyage of the meter or whatever looks really good too. It's based off of a chapter from the Bram Stoker Dracula novel. I had these written down from last time.
Yeah. I gotta say, like a lot of people have been saying they like Batista's movies more than The Rock.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I kind of agree, man, because The Rock's movies are always, and not that Batista's aren't outlandish, but I don't know. I just, it seems like everything The Rock does is just way out there. Like, it's just so
unbelievable. He can play one character, you know. It's like he's
he's only like one thing. Yeah,
right.
I did really like him in the other guys though. When him and Samuel L. Jackson jump off the rope.
Yeah,
no, I think I would agree with that though. I think I like. I don't know. Like Batista just brings more to the table. I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think he just can change up a little bit more than The Rock can. The Rock is, Dwayne Johnson. When I look at him, he's The Rock. When I look at Batista now, I actually see kind of an actor.
Yeah.
It's just a difference for me. I don't know. I still love The Rock. I mean, he is the man, but I don't know.
I loved him in The Glass Onion. He's got the fucking pistol in his Speedo.
Nice.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not trying to take anything away from The Rock, but definitely I think Batista brings more to the table. He can, like you said, he can play more roles.
Mm-hmm.
I love his comedy. Like
he's more versatile. I think The Rock is just that big and not that Batista's not a big intimidating guy, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the way he just slightly changes up things for each part. That The Rock, it just seems like he's the same in every single movie.
Always plays like that big law enforcement guy that chasing down a bad guy. Although The Rock was really good in that. What was that movie where his kid gets busted with all the pills in the mail?
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah, that one and Walking Tall were both.
I forgot what it wasn't. He goes and like links up with the cartel to try to take them down.
That was really, and they drove the truck.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah, they drove the truck across country to deliver the drugs, and he was part of that. Yeah, that was really good.
Just trying to save his kid from doing all the jail time.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get enough credit for that movie. That movie was really good.
No, that was really good. A lot of his movies are good. I'm just saying, if I had to choose, I'm agreeing with, some of the people that were saying this recently, where I think Batista tweaks it a little bit more and does a little better job, like going from character to character, than having the same character over and over in different movies and different roles.
Honestly, they need to find more, because you remember in the 80s, it wasn't just Arnold Schwarzenegger and that's
right.
it. That's how it is now. It's just Rock and that's it. You got to get some other guys who are going to be like the Jean-Claude Van Dammes, the Sly Stallones, all those guys.
Steven Seagal,
Steven Seagal, right. Yeah, that's the problem. Nowadays, it's like, well, what do we have an action movie? What do we do? Well, get the freaking Rock. We got nobody else. We got guys wearing dresses. We can't get those guys. So, we got to go get somebody that we know is big. So let's go get that guy. And it's like Batista is good because there's another big guy. There's another guy who can kind of be the Steven Seagal to his, Arnold Schwarzenegger, that kind of
like I've been saying this for a while too, is like Hollywood, they need to stop with the only giving work to, actors' kids and producers' kids. Like, if any younger actor nowadays, they just play themselves in a movie,
right?
And if you look into them, they're related to somebody. Their parent is either a producer, a director, or another actor from. We don't have many like true young actors anymore. They just play themselves. Anybody can just play themselves.
Right.
You watch them do when they're filming a scene, the scene will be like 4 words, and they'll film it fucking 15 times, like. Well, anybody you can throw anybody in there. Like, I want to see some actual actors. Like Johnny Depp. That's a fucking actor.
That's an actor.
Yep. You throw a role at him, and he can be this guy, and then he can turn 180 degrees and be the total opposite guy. Like, and he'll nail it. Like
Tom Hanks too. Tom Hanks too. He could do anything, man. I mean, Tom Hanks is he got another movie coming out. My wife wants to see that. I might go with her to see. I forget what it's called, but it's.
I mean, we were blessed to go up with legitimate actors in movies and stuff. Nowadays, like look at Ryan Reynolds. Like, I love some of his movies, but
same character every
fucking thing every time.
Anybody can be a complete smartass in every movie.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not that hard to do. Yeah, all of us can do that. It's not hard,
Yeah.
I can be a smartass in my video every single time, and hey, am I Ryan Reynolds? No.
Yeah.
I mean, he was cool when he came out, but now it's like the guy's a jackass. Get him out of here.
I know it almost gets irritating. It almost gets irritating.
Yep.
There's probably so many like legitimately good actors out there, and they'll never get a chance because they don't have that last name.
Yeah.
Or they don't.
I mean, being born in 1973, dude, I got to tell you, like, the best music growing up, the best movies, the best TV, sitcoms, wrestling. I mean, the best sports when football was actually football.
Right.
Basketball. I mean, I got to see some of the best basketball with the Chicago Bulls and the Pistons and the Sixers in the early 80s. I got to see it all. The Lakers. I mean, there's so much that happened in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I was very lucky to be in that, time period where I was growing up. There's not going to be anything like that again. And that's why they keep going back to that shit and redoing it, because they know that.
And you look at all of us. You look at all these toy hunters on YouTube. Do we collect anything from nowadays? No, we collect all 80s, 90s nostalgia, 70s, all that shit. Because it's like I was telling my wife, I was like, I don't know if the talent pool's just dried up where nobody has any freaking talent, or what it's like what Colin's saying. We're just giving all the producers and the directors kids who are, nothing, these roles and saying, well, be yourself, and that sort of thing. So
Hollywood is on this. They want that for sure. That for sure money maker. That's why they just remake everything, because they know, Jurassic Park, that's going to make money. Oh, Spider-Man, that's going to make money. Batman, that's going to make money. Right. No, fucking give us something new. Like, there's so much out there that you can. There's so much story. I mean, like I always bring up Greek mythology. Look at that by itself. How many fucking things right there you could. I mean, and that would be awesome box office movie material. Who doesn't want to see fucking, like,
it's true.
It's just amazing. I'm so tired of it.
Yeah. And that's why it's hard to get excited when you guys ask about movies. It's like, it's hard to get excited about this stuff.
I
mean, do I want to see another Bayverse Transformers? I'd rather eat freaking glass, honestly.
Right.
Because
do we really need a movie for every? No. Like, don't get me wrong. No. I love that we got like all these superhero movies, but now it's just like that's all there is.
That's why I stopped.
They can't like. Yeah, it's just. I
mean, for me, if you give me 10 movies with The Rock in it, or you give me a movie with a no-name in it, I'm going to watch the no-name actors.
Yep.
Because sometimes, look at Terrifier. You wouldn't know who those guys are. And I'm not saying that's the best movie ever, but, for what I like, I love slasher horror. For me, seeing those actors starting out, none of them are really big names right now. Well, they might be now. They're getting bigger now.
Well, yeah. Look at what they did with Harry Potter. They grabbed all no-name people, all no-name kids. Yeah, and that was amazing.
Even back in the day when
you don't need to be somebody's some actor's kid to have a successful movie. Some of the best movies are movies where they pulled somebody new off the fucking street.
Yeah.
Sometimes they use them for what they want, and that's it. But sometimes they go on to make bigger and better things. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think Hollywood's just a joke in my eyes right now.
It's a joke, man.
Yeah, you don't have anything to sink your teeth into these days. Nothing. No. It's just all either redos that they haven't done right.
I mean, shit. Even voice actors, they don't even have like legitimate voice actors now. Now they just put Ryan Reynolds in there to do the voice. Like, dude, there's people that can do amazing things with their voice. Yeah. Like you watch our old cartoons we grew up with. There's like one guy that'll do like 5 different characters in the show.
The guy who did Cobra Commander and Starscream. That guy was phenomenal.
You would never know until you read those credits.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to get excited about these things. Because it's like, well, that's going to be the same shit.
That's a hard question to ask. And even like when we did our Christmas special and with the top 5 of this, and it was really hard for me to do. Because I don't really buy anything that I don't like.
That was my problem too,
Yeah. So, and I don't really watch anything. I don't watch a whole lot of movies. So, top 5 for me, it's hard because I don't even know if I've watched 5 fucking movies all year because I just watch you guys, and I'm pretty busy now, thankfully, because usually winter's terrible for me. This year's been really fun because I got the 2 podcasts going. I'm doing the hunting, talking to these guys and all you guys offline or whatever. It's, winter's depressing normally, but now I got a lot of shit going on, so it's fun. So I just don't want to watch movies, man. There's nothing I can sink my teeth into right now.
No, I mean, I'm with you. I'd rather support guys like you and other creators on YouTube and people doing indie movies and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Hollywood can kiss my ass because it's like all you're doing is just kind of feeding the beast with that and giving them a reason to keep doing the same shit they always do. And it's like, I'm not going to support that. That was kind of the thing I was trying to say with Hasbro too last year was it's like, man, if I keep doing this, then, which I've gone back on completely, but if I keep doing this, then, I'm just kind of feeding the beast. They're going to continue to be lazy, continue to do this shit. It's like, you kind of get a moral dilemma there for a while. And it's like, what do I want to do? Do I want to support this shit or do I want to support people who have a freaking camera and are just trying their best, trying to make a name for themselves? And it's like, well, it's definitely the second one.
Well, and then not only that, but every fucking movie now has got a political statement.
Yeah, that's the problem too. Yeah, that's the problem too.
It's sick.
I got to watch what my kids watch very closely. It's like, I don't want my kids learning some of this crap. Disney, it's like, I have to monitor Disney like crazy.
Oh, yeah, they're really, really bad with that.
Like crazy, man. And it's like, I just about got rid of Disney Plus because it's like, I don't need my kids learning this crap.
Right.
We didn't have that when we were kids.
No.
That's
another thing. We had the best cartoons as kids.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Hands down. You'll never touch that.
No, I mean,
there's
you
no
got
way.
The Turtles, the Masters of the Universe. I mean, you got Thundercats, G.I. Joe. Oh my God!
Yeah, we could sit here all
on and on for hours. Flintstones, for God's sake. I mean,
Garfield. Yeah, I mean,
Bugs Bunny, all those guys, man. You ain't gonna get that shit no more, man. That shit's long gone.
Great about those is
without people getting fucking offended.
Adults can watch them, and you get like a whole different perspective on it.
Right. I mean, they shut down a ride at Disneyland because it had supposed racial, things. They shut down Splash Mountain completely, and it's like, get a freaking life, I mean, come on, guys, this is stupid, It's a joke, and that's what makes it so hard too. It's like, again, my kids are asking, can we go to Disneyland? I don't think so. I'm not paying all that money, and I'm not getting that crap fed down your throat, and
I do want to go back there. Me and my wife are planning on going maybe this year. I hope. We're going to see what's going on with my dad and all, but hopefully we can. I don't know. I like Epcot. I like going around the different countries, eating and drinking and having a good time, and then going to like downtown Disney or whatever they call it now. So that's more for me. The other shit I don't need, but we're going to try and see what happens. It's all time wise and things with my father, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I know you got some family things to do. So
I got to run, boys. But thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
Plug some stuff before you go. What you got going on, and thanks for showing up with us. And
absolutely, man.
We appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate it too, guys. You guys are. I love both your channels, by the way. So keep doing what you're doing. I think you guys are both doing a great job. Colin, I will see you next week. If you guys didn't know, Colin is my guest next week on Yakking with UConn. Also tonight at 7 Central, talking to G-Force. Mark is a cool guy. I've been talking to Mark lately. So we will have Mark on Yakking with UConn tonight at 7 Central. Kind of like I said in the beginning of the show, I'm really pushing myself hard on my videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All new videos will show up, either toy hunts, toy reviews, toy talks, that sort of thing. Also, keeping up with shorts, big time, 3 shorts a day, Monday through Friday, whether it be channel updates, 60-second reviews, whatever it's going to be. So we're going hard. And just hoping to be on more shows, talk to guys like Colin and Joe, Carlos, Dave, all you guys in the chat. Thanks for showing up. But you guys are going to see me a lot, so hope you like me. If you don't, get out of here.
You're growing on us.
I'm growing on you. Good.
No, you're a good dude. Please go support this man. Me and Colin will definitely be there tonight in the chat. He'll be on you won't be on the show tonight. G-Force will. Definitely be in the chat tonight to check you out for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
Programming note for next week here. 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, and we will have Nerd Zoic on as our guest.
Wow, you guys are big time.
No, we're just very lucky in life.
But and I saw you got JB too, dude. You guys are gonna have a good time with JB.
Yeah, JB
is the man. One of my favorite guests ever.
Yeah,
awesome,
we like him a lot too. He's a good dude. I can't wait to talk to him. So next week, Nerdzoic at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. The week after, JB at our normal time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Then the following week, 7 p.m. Eastern, which I hope doesn't interfere with your thing. But we have Nightmare Christie on from Las Vegas. She owns a Nightmare Toys in Las Vegas, Nevada, and she will be our very special guest that week. That's the 29th, I believe. So we got a lot going on this month. Everybody, thanks for joining. Go follow these two guys. Follow me on YouTube. Let's make this a good 2023. And thanks for joining. And that's what figures. Effing figures. See you guys.